Hi guys, this is Maria. I hope you had a wonderful week and that you're gonna be able to relax this weekend and take a break from your work and enjoy your plans. So I realized that it's been a little while since I have given you an update on my Crassula collection. We didn't really miss a lot because during the summertime there is not a lot of changes because that's their time of dormancy. But now they're definitely awake. End of summer, beginning of fall, they grow. Yeah, so I might show you some propagations or just give you a tour first of the Crassulas that I have on the deck and porch outside. They're still outside, guys. It looks like we're gonna have wonderful temperatures all through October. And then I'm gonna take you and show you Crassulas that are under lights that haven't been outside the whole year. So let's take a look. So they're mixed in here with cactuses, but I think I'm gonna pull them out so you can see them close up. I'll start with this one here. Hey Kira, there's Kira. So this is my mini Crassula, and I have trimmed it quite a bit. I think this beginning of this year, early spring. And I'm happy how it looks now. It's not too gangly, too wide. I love the colors that they get, you know, now with the temperatures dropping in the evening and in the fall. Really nice. Next one is this, I don't know if it's called, I think this one is called Ogre Ear. Anyway, this one had a lot of mealybugs in the past and kind of leaves that were not looking as great, and all of those leaves came off and got replaced with new leaves. And yeah, this cutting that I have in my hand just came off from here, and it seems to be healthy, so I think I must have knocked it off accidentally, so I'll try to root it by placing it in there. So kind of having a bonsai look. It's cute. Then I have a variegated Jade Crassula ovata. I have actually more than one. In the conservatory I have one that's smaller. I brought it here so I can decide whether I want to keep this one during the winter time inside or a little one and take this one to conservatory. I haven't decided what I'm gonna do. Beautiful colors. I like that this one is pretty full. The other one is kind of more bonsai looking with some leaves on top but then having a bare stem. Then here I have, these are like so dry, I really need to water these. So this one here, I think it's Golem or Hobbit or something, I don't know. I have two of the same ones. This one was here with me during the summertime, and this one was in the conservatory. And you can see it's a little bit darker because it was in a more shaded area in the conservatory. But I was trying to decide whether I want to keep this one during the winter time or this big one. Which one's gonna be easier or which one I prefer to have at home. And then I have one cutting that I rooted of Crassula ovata that's kind of smaller size plant compared to what I had. I will show you soon what happened with my big one. I think that's it. Oh yeah, I have one of my oldest Crassula's hybrid string of buttons that I propagated recently, and you can watch video where I'm doing that. And now all of these branches are getting ready to bloom. I really love blooms on this one, and I'm so excited that it's like blooms are getting ready on all of the branches. These are some of the cuttings. I have given some to Minda, and these are the ones that I nicely positioned in this new pot. I'm not going to disturb them and pull them out. I'm pretty sure they haven't rooted yet, but even here I have some branches that are preparing to bloom, so I'm excited to establish another pot of this same Crassula that I enjoy so much. Here on the porch, I have my big Crassula string of buttons, which is ivory towers. I had trimmed this one quite a bit because it was just so heavy on this side, but you can see it's not even noticeable that I have trimmed it because it's just so big. Doing really good, having some new growth popping on this stem that lost some bottom leaves, so that's kind of exciting. And then here on the shelves I have my string of buttons. I have done a lot of cuttings here that I think are still rooting. And then here on top shelf I have another string of buttons that's a bit bigger size than this one, but it's not quite as big as ivory towers. It's kind of like in between size. It's very interesting. I like how different they are all. Let me see which side will show you well how this one looks. This one's really happy on that top shelf. It used to be under lights until maybe beginning of August, so then last 2 months has been outside. And since I took it outside, I think it's been even more happy than when it was inside. You just see a little bit of mealybugs here. Not too bad, but looks so healthy. So, and it also has some new growth here on the bottom branches. I love when I see this new growth. It's just so adorable. Alright. Now I'm gonna take you inside in the bedroom where I also have some Crassulas, or at least one. So here in our bedroom, I think I have only one. And this is a Crassula, I think it's called Blue Wave or something. Wave. I can't remember. I'll try to find ID. I love how cute it is, and it looks so nice in this pot, and it just together with these other plants looks really well here. I'm in my plant room and it's late afternoon, so the lights are off, so I can show you all of the Crassulas that are in trays. But first, let me quickly show you my Crassula springtime that's here on a natural sunlight facing southwest. In the basement, in the egress window. I think it has done pretty well this year. I know they always get a little bit of brown, and I think that there is a little bit of mealybugs right here. You can see white. I'm gonna take care of that right away. Get me some alcohol. I think I'm almost out of alcohol in this, but it's gonna be enough to kill this one. So yeah, I think I might put this one under lights a little bit later. I don't know. I hope it's gonna bloom. I love the blooms of this one. I think this is actually Bridal Bouquet, which is a little bit smaller than Crassula Springtime, and I have 2 big pots of Springtime in the conservatory. All right, well, let's see what we have here in trays. So here is my Crassula rupestris that has these long woody stems with like a bonsai look. I have many more of the same plant in the conservatory, but I like these stems, woody stems, so I kept this one because I think it looks cool. Then there is another string of buttons. This string of buttons was variegated and it lost variegation, and this happened to me more than once, and I don't think I'm gonna buy variegated ones again. After a while it seems like they lose variegation, so I might sell this one because it's healthy, and yeah, I don't need that many string of buttons. I have a lot of pots already. This one here is Ivory Towers, but it's a little bit different and less big than the one that I have outside. Again, I don't know if it's some kind of hybrid. It did at some point have mealybugs, and I sprayed it, and I think it's now putting up new growth, so it looks nice. The pot is really full. This is high voltage Crassula. Doesn't have a ton of orange and reddish color. Probably if I had it outside with the changes of temperatures in fall, it would show more. I don't know, maybe I can take it outside or just not sure, but I'm happy with it. Then in the back here I have Jade's necklace that's getting really wide for this pot. You can see putting up some new growth, growing new branches. It does have some dried up leaves in the middle, so I don't know if it was dry a bit or had some insects, because this can happen when they have mealybugs or mites, sometimes to have dried up leaves in the middle. But there is some new growth that is starting from those dried up branches, so I'll see. This one here is my baby surprise. As you remember, it had a really long woody stems, and I propagated it this last winter, spring, something like that, and it's rooted and established, and I sold a few of them. So yeah, they're doing good. This is my baby's necklace, also doing good. I like the compact look, a little too wide. I have already trimmed it beginning of this year. And then I have here, I forgot the name, Nudicalus or something like that. This one has been struggling. Wasn't happy in the conservatory, so I brought it back here. But it's just not doing that great. There is some dried up leaves here. I'm just gonna hope that it's gonna survive. Then there is some more rare ones in this tray. Crassula Barkley, that is very slow grower. I definitely see growth here because it was up to this height maybe, so this is all growth that it did in last year. This is Crassula Columella, that's also blooming. I think it's actually finishing blooming. Then I forgot the name of this one. It did have pests, so it doesn't look as great on some of the branches. This is variegated rupestris, so this is regular rupestris and this is variegated one, so you can see a little bit of that yellowish around. This is Merchandi Crassula Moonglow variegated one. Then I have the scepters here, two different ones. This one's more like roundish and this one is more like squarish, but I feel like it's been drying, so I don't know if it had root rot or I'm not watering it enough. I'll have to check that out. This is my variegated baby's necklace, Crassula Fantasy. And then I have Purple Delight Crassula, really pretty. This is my Big Moon Glow, the biggest plant that I have smuggled. Well, it was much smaller when I think brought it. I think this is like some of the new growth. But the one that I brought from Serbia, this is my big, beautiful I think it's Brevifolia. Brevifolia, yeah. I love this one. Just so pretty. And then I have a little pot of the Brevifolia cuttings that I rooted in the beginning of this year. Hopefully they will grow big. And I do have Buddha's temple, guys. Now, if you have watched my videos in the past, you know I have killed this plant 15 times. I decided I will never buy it again. And then Amanda kind of convinced me. She found a really cheap Buddha's temple. It was selling for like, I think it was $7 a piece, and it was like up to this height here, up to here, I think. So this is all the growth. And what I did different this time, because I never had Buddha temple survive through summertime, I placed it in a pot without the hole. It's not even a terracotta pot. Yeah, ceramic pot. And why I did that? Because they always dried up, and it seems to be working because I didn't have any leaves drying up. So I would water it every week, and it would dry less fast in these pots. So I don't know what to tell you guys. You know, everybody was telling me, watch the root rot, watch when you're watering, and I always kept getting dried up leaves and illnesses on them. I didn't water them enough. I don't know. I still don't trust myself, so I don't know if this one will live or not. But I was super excited to see that it has like a new branch growing here. Like that made me so happy. I never had a Buddhist temple in my care branching out, and I'm gonna have to watch for mealybugs. But how pretty this is. I just love this Crassula. Hope it's gonna stay with me. Oh yeah, these are all also jade necklace, kind of like the one that I showed you in the back. These are cuttings of the same one that I rooted, and I established another pot. Why I have 2 pots of the same one, I don't know, because I just love Crassulas. Yeah. Yeah, so that's it, guys. Let's go now to Conservatory to show you what I have there. These don't seem to have mealybugs, which is awesome. Don't knock over leaves. Yeah. There, that's good. And wherever I cut, it's gonna probably double branch, so these probably will have to be sprayed for mealybugs. You can see they're everywhere. This year has been exceptionally bad here at the Conservatory. And I wanted to quickly show you my big Crassula ovata jade. If you watched my previous videos, it was much bigger, and I divided it in half. There was 2 plants that were having large stems. So there was another plant with a stem as thick as this one, and I sold that one. So this one that I wanted to keep because I really like the shape of the stem, that one got sick a few months ago. I think it's been a whole summer that it's been sick. It would get black spots on the leaves, which never happened to me before, that it's spreading all the time. Like, for example, this. You can see black spots. And then those leaves will eventually get yellow and dry up and come off. So I don't know that if you can tell, but it lost 2/3 of its leaves. It was just so much fuller. So I thought that I'm gonna lose it. It kept losing leaves. I repotted it. It slowed down a bit, but then 2 weeks ago I brought it here, and I think the leaves have slowed down coming off significantly. I see like 4 in the pot and few around, which is not still bad. I used to have like, I don't know, 15 leaves every week. and all the new growth even got sick. So I researched, and this is some kind of virus that attacks jades, and recommendation is just to take the cutting and forget about the plant. But I didn't want to take the cutting. Really love this mature look of the plant. So let's hope it's going to recover. I'll keep you updated. It is getting really big. You can see it's quite wide, like almost 3 feet wide and about 3 feet tall. So I really don't know where I would keep it anyway. So I think next 6 months during the winter time, I'm going to keep it here and hopefully it's going to recover. Here I have another of my Crassulas. Unfortunately, Conservatory has been really bad attacked by mealybugs this year. So there is mealybugs here, even though we sprayed numerous times. But this is one of those jades that was very dangly, like long branches. That's how it grows. I think it's called Hobbit. And yeah, I decided to cut them and propagate them. And these are all propagations. And these little, these stems grew some new branches and leaves. So it still doesn't look that great. And here are the propagations. They're still hurting, that I have just taken a week ago. These are all Crassulas that I brought and donated to the Conservatory. And this one as well. I have a lot of this one around the Conservatory. I just keep propagating it and it just grows so well here. This is my thumb stump that I brought here. It hasn't been doing well under lights, kept getting dry. And I think it's gonna be good for this plant to be here. I really want it to grow bigger, get more established, and then I'm gonna decide what to do. Yeah, these are my baby stackless propagations, also donated for Conservatory. Yeah, I think that's it. Thank you guys for watching and see you next time.